into spring now, and with the warmer weather comes picnics, potlucks and barbecues. A favourite to have at occasions like this is pulled pork. The traditional pulled pork recipe can use barbecue sauces and be really high in sodium and sugar, but today we're going to make a fresher version that's a bit healthier. So I'll just show you how we set it up to roast the pork. I'm just going to put a few onions in the bottom of a roasting dish and a little bit of garlic. And then I like to put the pork just on top of those to roast through, and it adds to the sauce. It makes a lovely sauce at the bottom with that. So just in a small bowl I make a rub that also goes in the mix there. So 3 tablespoons of sugar, brown sugar, and then a teaspoon of cinnamon, just a shake of cayenne pepper, give it a bit of a hit, and a teaspoon of cumin, and then the orange rind of 1 orange. So just give that a good mix around, and then we just rub that on the outside of the pork. So you can smell lovely flavours there. And sometimes you need to just squash down parts of those brown sugar if it's a little bit lumpy. So I'll just pour that, and I'm just going to rub that over in a second, but it doesn't matter if some of it goes onto the bottom of the pan because it adds to the lovely sauce as well, of course. So I'm just going to pop that in the oven at 180 just for about 15 or 20 minutes, just to brown the top a little bit, and then cover it with tin foil. And before I do that, I put a couple of cups of chicken stock with just a couple of tablespoons of balsamic vinegar and the orange juice from the orange that you use the rind for in the rub. So I'm just going to wash my hands and then I'll be right back with you. So I've got the pork out of the oven. So after we cover it with the tin foil, cook it at 150 for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Just want to keep an eye on it that the sauce doesn't completely evaporate at the bottom, because of course it is a little bit sugary and it does tend to burn to the bottom of the pan. So we've got this lovely pork here, and it just pulls apart and flakes apart. And you just use 2 forks to pull it apart in little flakes like this, and then just let it go into the sauce, and it all mixes in beautifully. You can see that pork just absolutely tears apart and looking beautifully cooked there. That top rub that's on the top of the pork flavours the sauce, and it all just blends in absolutely beautifully. So I'm just going to show you what I do with the pulled pork, a lovely way that I like to serve it. And that is in fajitas. So I've got a couple of fajitas here, and this is the pork mix, and this is what it looks like once you've let it sit in the marinated sauce there, and it has this beautiful golden colour, and the texture of it just looks absolutely gorgeous. So what I like to do is just serve it warm, but you can serve it cold, you can serve it with salad, you can serve it in so many different ways. But I just put some in the centre of the fajita like that. This is such an easy way to eat this sort of dish. And then you could add any salad ingredients, but I just like to keep it really simple with this one. So just a few salad greens, little mini herbs, put those on there. And then it's really lovely just with a little dollop of tzatziki on the side, and that's served up beautifully. So these pork pulled wraps create a healthy picnic barbecue lunch option. I hope you give them a go.